It was the moment everyone had been waiting for. The hall was filled to the brim, and everywhere was silent, with smiles all over the faces of every person present in that hall. All awaited just one thing, the announcement to be made by the mayor. Finally, the mayor announced what everyone had been waiting for, the citizen of the year. And who was that person? Dr. Wilson Clyde. Well, he was acknowledged as a citizen of the year due to all his accomplishments and commitment to the community or their community. Now, as Dr. Wilson moved up to the podium or to the stage to go receive the award, leaving his table and his parents seated at that table, Dr. Wilson Sr., his dad, was smiling and beaming with so much pride. The mom was all over the place with joy in her heart. One thing was certain in the minds of his parents, especially his dad. Finally, his son had fulfilled the one dream he, as Wilson Sr., had from when he was a boy. He was very proud seeing his son fulfill his dream. All their sacrifices, all the efforts and all their hard work had finally paid off. They had a doctor in the family, and that person was Wilson Clyde Jr. Now, Dr. Wilson reached the podium, and while holding the plaque in his hand, he did something very shocking. While everybody was in applause, clapping, smiling, hailing, and saying yes, he deserved it, he busted into tears and apologized to his parents, saying, "I can't go on anymore. Dad, Mom, I'm sorry. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore." Why, you may think? What happened? What had gone wrong? Well, Clyde later opened up to his parents how frustrated he was and how frustrated he has been for over 10 good years. This conversation happened when they were all driving back home. He talked about how frustrated he had been trying to please his dad and live in his father's life and dream. He had endured all the 10 years of studying medicine to become a doctor, which was not really what he wanted to do. Now, Clyde wanted to be himself. He did no longer want to be anybody else. He wanted to be his own self. He needed the freedom to live and become who he was born to be. Hello everyone, and welcome once again to another episode of the Review With Me podcast. I'm your host and your walkthrough reading coach, Mrs. Peace Tamuno, and here we are reading our new book, In Pursuit of Purpose. This is chapter 1. I hope you have been able to follow up on the introduction. You see how very important the stories that are leading into this book is. Please tag someone. If you know you are interested and you know someone who actually needs to find purpose, tag them. Tell us which country you are watching from. Hit the like button, share and subscribe. Invite people as we find out what today's topic is all about. So, chapter 1 is titled Understanding Purpose. Come with me if you're ready and let's go in. Now, from the story I had just finished talking about Wilson Clyde Jr., we have a lot of Clydes in our society today. There are a lot of people around you, and even you listening to me may also be in the place of Clyde, living someone else's life. I remember when we were young, our parents would say, no, I want my son to be a doctor. I want my daughter to be a lawyer. I want this one to be and before you know what was happening, we have a lot of doctors who are not functional, lawyers who are selling houses and selling tomatoes, accountants who are doing thrift collection. Why? Because they were forced to live the life of someone else and not their own life. People who go on smiling day after day, pretending and living up to the identity that is not theirs, that is different from their true self. Are you in that place today? It's high time you understand purpose. It's high time we all understand what we are meant to do so that we can begin to live the life we're supposed to live. Remember the advice the rich man and the successful man in the introduction gave to that young swimmer. He said, no matter what you do, be yourself. Are you yourself? Have you been living the life you were meant to live? Alright, let's go. Now, see, the human need for personal meaning and satisfaction is a universal need. Everybody wants to know what they want, to find out what their life can give. It's a need that cuts across whatever tribe you are, whatever race you are, whatever state or country you are watching from. Meanwhile, please, if you're watching this from outside, wherever it is you're watching it from, just let us know in the comments section. Now, as I was saying, each person must discover our personal purpose and pursue it relentlessly so our lives can have meaning. So until, like I said before now, the discovery of purpose is the discovery of life. So once you discover your purpose, you pursue it relentlessly. That is the only way your life can have meaning. Every one of us wants to be successful. Every human being wants to be successful. And success in itself has been defined in a superficial way in our world today. And so everybody has a particular meaning of success that equates just having money and being able to put food on my table and then being able to wear what I want to wear. But success is beyond that. That is a superficial definition of success. At this point, based on this definition, we have a lot of people who have now put pressure on others, or we're all under pressure in order to be able to become successful. And this pressure actually starts from a very young age, where we see in schools there are competitions towards getting high grades. Parents talk to their children, they use labels on their children, they punish their children because their children don't get a particular grade they are expecting from them. And then we also see this competition moving to the office, where people do anything, they roughshod on people, they participate or put their hands in different kind of things just to be able to achieve this thing called success. The relentless pursuit of success has led to unglamorous results. What are these results that the relentless pursuit of success has led to? We have divorce, we have violence, we have suicide, we have environmental destructions, we even have white collar crimes. Yes, so it's not really everybody that takes a gun that is actually, it's not everybody that commits crime that is one that takes a gun. There are some people that commit crimes with their pen, all in the bid of becoming successful. We see people who are caught for fraudulent actions, people who have actually siphoned money from a company to take it to another account and all that. When you ask each and every one of them what is behind the need for all these actions, one thing is the common factor: they want to be successful. They don't want to suffer in life. They don't want to get to a point where they lack something. But what then is success? Is success truly the availability of money? Is success truly the ability to have money and spend it on whatever you want to spend it on? What is success? Success is fulfillment, and fulfillment is found in purpose. So until you find purpose and begin to fulfill it, you can't be successful. Let's go on. Now, the question there is success really fulfillment? I've said that before, because no amount of accomplishment can replace the power and the motivation of finding your own niche, no matter how successful you become. You remember that man in the introduction? He said after everything, he was very successful. He had a beautiful family, but he did not know his why. He hadn't found his niche. And until you find your niche and start working towards your dream, you can't achieve success. Why? Because career success is not automatic fulfillment of purpose. The goal of every person must be to fulfill purpose. So what then is purpose? We keep saying purpose, and I said the discovery of purpose is a discovery of life. Well, purpose is the original intent and the reason for creation and the existence of something or a person. So the original intent for your creation, the original reason why you were created, that is your purpose. And everything in life has a purpose. Everyone on earth was born with a specific purpose. Remember, we are all unique. It doesn't matter how you were born. There is a purpose for your existence, and until you find that purpose and begin to work in it, fulfillment becomes a far cry from where you are. Therefore, it is essential that we understand and discover our purpose, and then we can begin to live a rewarding life. Sometimes you realize that you've not even made it. At this point where I am, I'm so joyous. Every time I want to come up in front of the camera and review a book, there's this joy within me. There's something that just sparks up. I remember a particular day, I was really trying to, shoot one of my podcasts. I think we were still reading the book while you asked the way you do then. And I was seriously waiting for my son to sleep so that I can have some free time to shoot the video. And the guy refused to sleep. Bros refused to sleep. He just kept on at it. And my whole body I was very irritated. I was getting angry. And then finally, when he slept, the weather changed. And then it started raining heavily. So you can imagine, that day I could not shoot. I just busted into tears. I was so frustrated. I did not even know how to hold in my emotions. I busted into tears and I called my sister. I think my sister called around that time. And I told her what the issue was, because she noticed it in my voice. And when I told her, she was trying to calm me down. There's something about fulfillment when you are in your purpose. So that's what purpose is. If you don't discover your purpose, your life will not have meaning. Just like I said, as she tried to calm me down, she was trying to calm me down, because I was so upset that day. I was very upset. All right, let's go on. So in order for you to understand purpose, it starts with checking your uniqueness and what exactly differentiates you from other people. There are some things that differentiates you from the next person. We are not all the same. It's beyond just even your thumbprint, your eyes, your facial look. It's beyond that. There are some unique things that differentiates you from other people. It differentiates you from billions of people in the world. The next thing is you have a special gift. Could be your natural gifts, your talents. Don't ignore them. Don't sweep them under the carpet. Find out what they are. No matter how tiny that talent is, work on it. No matter how little it is, don't belittle it. It may be some people's talent is actually intrapersonal. They have intrapersonals, they know how to communicate, and outside that, no matter how you take them to go and learn a skill or something, they are not into it. That's not their forte. Whatever it is, no matter how little it is, work on it, discover it, enhance it, and work on it. Also, don't let anyone prevent you from becoming and doing what you were born to do. There is a reason you were made the way you were. There's a reason you were created and put in a particular space. There's a reason you were given some particular talents, different from every other person. Work on your talent. Today I was reading my Bible, I think in the book of is it Joel now, Joel or Amos, and I was talking about everyone marching in their rank, such that no other person is pulling another person down. Everybody is in their rank. You have a purpose, you have a talent. Work on it, enhance it. So you can have two people with actually the similar talent. It doesn't mean you cannot work in your own rank and the other person in their own rank. Then it is better to deploy yourself than allowing yourself to be employed by someone else. It's better to understand your purpose. Remember, it is the intent for your creation. And at this point, we'll bring this chapter to a close. Understanding purpose. Anyway, the link will be dropped in the bio once again. So if you need the book, you can just click the link in the bio and tell us you also took the book, so that we will know that we are not just reading alone, but we're reading with you. Thank you very much for staying with me. I hope this has really enlightened you a little on understanding purpose, and it has spurred you or guided you towards discovering your purpose. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow. Invite others to join us as we recultivate once again the reading culture in our society. Thank you very much, everyone, and God bless you.